everyone. Welcome to another brand new episode of Tuesdays with Trailblazers, brought to you by Martech, the video podcast where we explore the latest trends and insights in marketing and technology. I'm Neha, your host, and today we will discuss how data and predictive analytics fuel the modern marketing scenario. We have a special guest today, Travis Meeks, the VP of Marketing at AnalyticsIQ. Travis is going to share how AnalyticsIQ helps companies better understand their customer through people-based data and predictive analytics. But before that, let's talk about why truly knowing your customer is so critical these days. Gone are the days when superficial audience profiles were enough. To create relevant messaging and campaigns, we need to uncover who the real people behind the data are. What motivates them? What challenges they face in a day to day life? And what they want to accomplish. This is where Analytics IQ come in. Get ready for an incredible episode with Travis on how his company is deepening customer intelligence. Welcome, Travis. It's great to have you with us today. Let's start from the beginning.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
You joined Analytics IQ as a social media analyst and worked your way up to the position of VP of Marketing during your 8 years in the organization. Share with us this incredible journey and the underlying hurdles and milestones you encountered.
Absolutely. So I've been incredibly fortunate to work at an organization like Analytics IQ. We've gone from about 15 people from when I started to about 60 today. And I've honestly grown and developed personally and professionally just as much as the company has during that time. And a major reason for that is the people first culture that our leadership team has cultivated, and that includes our founder Dave Kelly, my amazing boss and chief revenue officer Anna Brantley, and our CEO Scarlett Ship. When I started it truly it felt like a startup, and so I got a ton of exposure to all parts of the business. Got to work in a fast paced environment, and our leadership team has had a continued commitment to team development, and that has allowed me to refine my skills as a marketer and grow as a professional. And thankfully, I like to think that the milestones have outweighed the hurdles, but growth does not come without its challenges. Things like regulatory evolutions, entry into new markets, and some growing pains that just come with scaling a company have been things that we've had to work hard and align on to overcome. But we've also enjoyed many milestones. That includes a very successful rebrand several years ago, which was a really awesome experience, and like I said, has proven to be very successful. We've continued to refine our innovation, our process of research based approach to data creation, and we've launched several new products along the way, and that has allowed us to enjoy year over year growth for going on a decade plus. And so I'm sure there will be plenty more milestones and potential hurdles as we continue to grow.
Of course. So you just mentioned that you were part and parcel of the rebranding initiative. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, so we felt it was time to modernize our brand. Like I mentioned when I joined, it was very much a startup, and our founding team had done an amazing job growing Analytics IQ from nothing, and they were ready to take the next step. And part of that was a rebrand. And what that the value we got out of that, not just an amazing logo and an amazing new website, but also it really resulted in a much greater alignment, a much greater understanding of who Analytics IQ truly is, and the value we bring, and our differentiators. And that was some of the most valuable things that we got out of that. And as someone who was still working my way up, at that time, it was an amazing experience because I really got to know and be a part of building what the brand is today.
Correct. Okay. So, analytics IQ is all, if you can say, mostly about data. Tell me, in such an environment, how do you use your creative side while balancing the data-centric insights to drive your own marketing initiatives?
Absolutely. So I joke that I'm just the marketing guy in a sea of data scientists. Our team is mostly data scientists and researchers, and they're creating solutions for some of the most data driven marketers on the planet.
Mhm.
But just like our clients and our partners and our team, I understand that marketing is only as effective as the data driving the strategy. And so in our marketing analytics IQ, we absolutely rely on things like market research, campaign results, and other first party data, to help guide our decisions. But one really unique way, and that I feel I'm pretty lucky to have at my disposal, is actually the data and the insights that we create for our clients, and that really helps me strike that balance of being data driven, but maintaining marketing creativity. We create people-based data that predicts 1,500 plus things on 98% of the U.S. population.
Mhm.
And our clients use that to optimize their marketing, understand things about people to improve their marketing, targeting, personalization, and things like that. But what it allows me to do is use insights from our own data that our clients was used, but present them to prospects in my marketing, and that allows me to provide instant value. Maybe tell a prospect something they don't know about their customers, and I get to inject that stuff, in my content, in my messaging, and it kind of makes me feel like a data scientist in a way, obviously on a much smaller scale. But that is a lot of fun, really diving into our people core consumer data, our business core business data, identifying really cool nuggets from some of our unique and innovative data points that tell a cool story. It kind of makes my job a little bit easier.
Mhm. So data helps you create stories for your organization. Yes, of course. And going on to a couple of goals which you have, could you please share some more, insights about company's mission to integrate cognitive psychology and data science together to generate people-based marketing data?
Definitely. So our mission is to fuel better outcomes by blending cognitive psychology and data science in order to create that predictive and people-based data.
Mm-hmm.
We really take a scientific approach to predictive analytics and data innovation. We're actually the first marketing data company to have full-time PhD cognitive psychologists on staff heading up our research department.
Wow.
And the value that really brings is they have an understanding of established research, scientific standards and processes, as well as an expertise in human cognition, and that allows them to conduct that people-based research in a way that generates really reliable and statistically significant results. and
Mm-hmm.
and our cognitive sciences department actually creates proprietary intellectual property that serves as the foundation of all of the data products that we create. So, from their initial research, our team of data scientists and analysts then integrate that research into our product development process, which involves the data science piece, statistical modeling and predictive analytics in order to provide insight into who people are, their behaviors and interests, and even, their motivations and future behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're striving for is to provide that complete view of adult consumers in the United States that can empower clients and marketers to achieve better results. And that unique blend of cognitive research with best practices in data science allows us to examine and uncover really niche and unique consumer characteristics at scale.
Mm-hmm. So that brings me to one of your solution called Business Core B2B Data. What would you say are the key features that distinguish itself from the other powerful tools available in the market from the perspective of B2B marketers?
Yeah, so B2B sometimes is jokingly thought to stand for as boring to boring, and historically B2B marketing data has contributed to that stereotype, and that's because it's often limited to firmographics and information about the businesses themselves.
Mhm.
But we all know that businesses aren't making decisions. It's people that make decisions for businesses. And so we really set out to create a B2B data solution that captured that fact and delivered insights on both businesses and professionals.
Mhm.
So we combine that the power of company data and individual intelligence to give B2B marketers the ability to personalize their marketing to prospects, not just accounts. We're able to help them understand things like a decision maker's channel preference, LinkedIn, email, or phone call, their content preferences as well, and even some, decision drivers, like I mentioned, motivations previously, and other characteristics. And one way we've kind of furthered that mission of providing individual intelligence or in a B2B um, capacity is the launch of our Connection Plus B2B2C linkages about a year ago. And
Okay.
what Connection Plus does is it links an individual's professional profile on our Business Core database to their personal profile on our People Core consumer data set. And
Mm-hmm.
then that unlocks the 1,500 plus unique data points we have on them as an individual that B2B marketers can then use to, as I mentioned, personalize their messaging, refine their targeting, and things like that.
That's quite incredible and unique, I must say, because ultimately, there is a person at the end of the call or, outside the screen is buying this. So let's talk about, a little bit more about you guys got the Best Predictive Analytics Solution Award recently. How does this recognition resonate with you, and what extent do you attribute this success to your market, customer, or your product expertise? Which one do you pick?
Being recognized for our innovation is always an honor,
Mm-hmm.
because in that recognition specifically is special to us because it's a direct recognition of that innovation. um, and to me, everything starts with the customer. So, as you mentioned, our success is a direct reflection of our understanding of our customers and their needs, their challenges, and how we can be an extension of their team and really partner with them in a collaborative way to help them improve those results. And that's only possible when you have a deep understanding of their challenges and goals.
Correct.
And what's really exciting is we're deliberately and continually to improve in that area. We're making investments in expanding our dedicated product team and market research capabilities to ensure we always have a great understanding of what the market and what our customers need.
Mm-hmm. Another question which is popping into my mind is that I think you must have answered it a million times. Still, we'll ask you one more time. How do you gauge the success of your marketing initiatives? Are there any, part of KPIs, other indicators important for you?
That's a great question, and one marketers do hear all the time for sure. And we definitely track those traditional KPIs. Number of leads, conversions, engagement, ROI. Those are really important metrics to understand. They can really serve as high level indicators and guidance. But you ask a different marketer, you're going to get a different answer because there's not one size fits all set of KPIs. It really varies from organization to organization, industry to industry, and even project to project. Based on specific goals and priorities. But for us, in addition to those must track metrics, right? Our team examines some other indicators that help us gauge and guide and measure the influence, the impact of our marketing efforts. And one may sound obvious, but it's the understanding, are we making positive progress against a clearly defined goal. It's easy to engage in random acts of marketing, but we always want to remain focused on what we set out to do, and aligned in how we're trying to accomplish it. If we're going for awareness, are we reaching and driving engagement with the folks we're wanting to get eyeballs from? And if we're
Mm-hmm.
focused on lead generation, are we driving qualified leads? As simple as that sounds. Taking that a step further, we're always wanting to make sure that we are in lockstep with company goals. We want to avoid silos, or instead of working in our marketing bubble and doing what we think we should be doing, we always want to make sure we are in lockstep with our company's goals. We're growing fast, thankfully, and a major goal for marketing is to support that momentum. So we're always wanting to positively impact pipeline, and we do that, or we measure that through a combination of last touch attribution, analytics across channels, and examining, the journey of our target accounts, quarter to quarter, year over year, from engagement and awareness to opportunity to ultimately closed revenue. And then finally, we're always measuring against ourselves. We always want to constantly test and learn in order to continually improve our performance. So, always checking back and seeing the year over growth for different metrics as well.
Mm-hmm. So, any 2024 marketing visions or ideas which you would like to share with our audience?
I think that as things continue to change in terms of regulatory evolutions, the retirement of the cookie,
Mm-hmm.
different privacy
Correct.
concerns. I think the challenge is going to be upped even more as it relates to striking that balance between privacy and personalization. In our mission, we say outcomes for all because that includes our clients, that includes our team, but that also includes the individuals whose data is being leveraged for marketing. And so it's really going to become even more important to respect and meet regulatory requirements while also delivering those personalized experiences that consumers at the same time have grown to come to expect as well.
Mm, interesting. One more question, Travis, before we wrap this up. You have come a long way in your career, and you surely do have many more uncharted territories to explore. Tell us what you plan to do in next 5 years, both in your career and your personal life.
Yeah, I look forward to all the unknowns that the next 5 years may bring. I love where I work. I love my job. I'm excited about our mission. So I know that will include continuing to grow and scale at Analytics IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where we are constantly evolving, and as we go through this next evolution, I'm excited to continue to modernize and mature our marketing business unit. I'm really excited to see where our team can go. And personally, I got married in 2022, so
So,
still kind of a newlywed, maybe leaving that official period. And my wife and I have been living in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, just enjoying some of the flexibility that remote working can offer. And so we do plan, originally from Atlanta, so we do have plans to make our way back to the Atlanta area to be closer to home and family in 2024. And so excited to embark on that next chapter personally.
good luck for the next chapter. Travis, I had a great time speaking with you today and hosting you on Tuesdays with Trailblazers. Thank you so much for taking the time out to share your unique journey. Thank you so much.
I had a great time as well. Thank you again for having me.
And thank you all for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. And do check out Analytics IQ to improve your marketing results across channels. Until next time, stay tuned with Martech Edge for more insights into all things marketing and technology. Till we meet again, signing off, your host, Neha.